All right. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Ann Sieg coming at you for the Voice of E-commerce. I want to make sure that this is actually showing up in the feed. So I have with me a very special guest here today, and that is Coach Curt. I'll tell more about him in just a moment. But Coach Curt, can you confirm, do you see that we are in fact live on Facebook on our EBS page?
And we are, and I see what I'm looking at on the Facebook page on my other monitor is the slide that you're showing there.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So good afternoon, everybody. Again, this is Ann Sieg with the Voice of E-commerce, and this is the broadcasting arm of the E-commerce Business School. And our goal is to display to the public that we are real people who have a go-giving community that supports and empowers each other. And we're thrilled to have you here. So we're going to help take your business to the next level with this edition of the Voice of E-commerce. All right, so I know people are just rolling in. We're just starting off the call. Good afternoon. Welcome, everybody. And want to mention, be sure to write in, add me in the comment section below to receive future Voice of E-commerce broadcast notifications. Just write in, add me, just like you can see in that photo there, okay? Okay, so Coach Curt, I just have to create a little bit of frame of context here. Coach Curt and I have known each other for 14 years, literally starting in the month of May in 2004. He was my very first online coach and mentor almost a full decade and a half ago, which was really, really remarkable. And what's even more remarkable is we have been working together for so long, Curt. So welcome to today's call. And Curt, we're going to talk, here you work within the E-commerce Business School, and we work together very closely in a lot of the work that we do. So Coach Curt, you're actually the person responsible for bringing me into the e-commerce space. That was fall of 2013. And you were testing something and it was working, and I got interested. I told my husband, he started doing it, he started getting results. So what I love about working with you is that you are very open-minded. Now, not everybody is, but you're an entrepreneur and you try and you test a lot of different things. And I really love that about you. And so when we rolled out the book flipping profit system with our director, executive director of coaching and training, who is Brian Cummings. Curt, when was that? That was the summer of 2015. You jumped right on it. So here we have some photos of how you spent Mother's Day weekend. I know you were back home by Sunday, so we don't want you to look too bad, but the fact of the matter is you actually spent time with her doing what she really loves. So give us a little background about how you got into this and what's going on in these photos.
Well, like you say, we've worked together for 14 years and enjoyed every single minute of it for sure. And, you know, it says in this promo, to expect the unexpected. I actually brought a dead bird with me today, a dead bird. You want to see my dead bird? Here's my dead bird. All right, there it is.
Oh, okay, because we have dead armadillos around here, but okay, you got a dead bird, I got it. So it's a book.
It's a book. And those books that you see back there are mostly children's books. And yes, I spent Mother's Day at a book sale with my wife. What happened is I've tried many businesses through the years, and, you know, just field testing things. Some were colossal successes. We did some great things before I went overseas and came back. And I've had some colossal failures. But the one thing unique about the book flipping profit system was when I was field testing for this, my wife got interested and started coming with me and really enjoyed it. First time in 36 years of marriage and probably 36 businesses that you just jumped right in, and we just had a lot of fun together. So this sale was a little bit farther away, and she asked if I'd come and help do some of the driving, which I did. So we took off and had some fun and got some books and came back. And so just so grateful for Brian Cummings and what he's put together, as we are basically the E-commerce Business School, a school of entrepreneurs that try to empower other entrepreneurs. And yeah, trying to keep up with you and all of your staff and trainers and all that is a challenge, but we love it. And this is kind of a side benefit that my wife and I are enjoying.
So I do want to let people know this is 100% proprietary system created by Brian Cummings. It is his brainchild that came from 9 years of selling books on Amazon, and he found some data loopholes that, as it is known, when he comes into a store, a thrift store, or there it is, I think Friends of the Library or some, I'm not sure what that one is, but nonetheless, he'll see the other book scouts in there. Then when he comes in, he's got a cart full, I mean, a shopping cart where they've got a handful. And so his shopping cart is known by the other book scouts as, well, those are Brian's books, meaning he's got some kind of inside thing there that we don't know what he's finding there. We scan him and we're not finding what he is. Is that what's borne out for you too, Curt? Do you see that others have gone in to pick the field, so to speak? And what happens for you and Kay?
Yeah, and I tend to be a little bit competitive, and it's just part of my nature. And I think as an entrepreneur, you kind of have to be. And so it's always fun following a string of scanners, and you find a book that's like a $50 profit that they all just went right over. It's just kind of like, I just kind of chuckle to myself, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of fun, and I don't say anything. And it's just a lot of fun. It's fun to win, and and Brian does definitely give a strategic advantage with the algorithms that are dished up and how to interpret the data and the whole thing and all of that. So
now, did I just hear the phrase you use as it's fun to win?
Yes, it's fun. Yeah. It's fun to win. Yes.
It's fun to win. And so you see someone else, you're not really all that concerned. Oh man, there's 10 people already in here and they got to jump on us. And you're like, yeah, well, whatever, because they do not know what you know as a result of Brian's system. And so that fun to win is, hey dude, I guess you lost out on this $50 profit, but I'll take that profit. Is that what you're talking about a little bit?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was most telling one time, my wife and I, this was a couple of years ago now, we went to a 3-day Friends of the Library sale. It was the third day. So there had been probably, I don't know how many people through, and we came out with, I think it was 125. Oh, that's the stack right there, that slide. That's the stack. We came out with that stack of books that they didn't catch. So yeah, it just flat out, it's fun and it works. So.
I think another thing to showcase to people who may not be aware of this, well, this is how Amazon got started, was with the book category, with Jeff Bezos being the founder of Amazon. What a lot of people don't know is that books is I can't say emphatically, the number one most profitable category. Brian would be able to speak better to that, Brian Cummings. But that is the difference with books, is there can be extremely high profit margins. My son, who did all our book sourcing and all the listing, the one day he shot me a message, and we had a paperback that we paid $3 for, sold for $485. I'm not going to say that happens all the time by any means, but talk about winning big. That was really, really fun. All right, Curt, can you talk to the fact, like you said, you've tried a lot of other businesses, and we've heard that from people who have come into the e-commerce business school. They've tried network marketing, direct sales, a whole gamut of things. Your wife has seen you do everything under the sun, another one of those. What is it that she loves about books specifically? What has, now that you finally have, out of 35, you're past me and Brian, how many years have you been married?
Oh, you would ask, but I believe it's 37.
37. I know you guys are ahead of me. So she loves this business, right? Why? What does she love about it?
Well, she loves books is one thing. And, there's no recruiting, there's no selling. Amazon dishes up the traffic, so it's really just a matter of going out there and finding books. And she loves children's books. We have grandchildren, and so she always loved books. She homeschooled. And so, so she just goes out there and finds books that she just really enjoys looking through. And so, yeah. And, again, we lead very busy lives. And so we've just kind of, you've teased at times that some of what we do here as family enrichment, we just get away, whether it's for an afternoon or sometimes a weekend, we just go away instead of making, instead of spending money, we're making money. So we come back with a little bit more green on our wallet in the long run than going out and just spending money doing this and that. We enjoy it as much as, you know, if we went to a play or a movie or a sports event, it's just like, you know, activity, and it just feels good that way for us. So yeah, that's some of the reason that she likes it, but she does really like children's books. And you did mention, you know, as far as the return on investment in this book, she really, really likes that. She's not an entrepreneur. Her dad was a banker back when banker's hours meant banker's hours. And, you know, you put in your time, you punch the clock and you get a paycheck. And so, but the return on investment, you probably won't be able to see this real well. So there's this Dead Bird book. I just thought I'd have a little fun with that. I don't know if you could tell that it was 75 cents. And then, you know, this is probably a little bit more average. You know, we've sold books with lots of high profits, but I don't know if that's going to show up not or and, but, you know, so you sell it for 13, you know, and the data serves that all up. And so, you know, at the end of the day, $6-7, you know, bam, 75. So what is that? 75, say it is, you get a $750 price. That's really, 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 really high return on investment. And so, you know, 100% return on investment is wonderful and outstanding. And some of the other methodologies that even in commerce, you know, 30-40% is great. But when you can get 700% ROI, it's just, she just thinks that's great. And I do too.
Yeah, that is awesome. Here's a screenshot of sales from 2 years doing this part-time. And I mean, very part-time. So I had to blur out the numbers because of Facebook. We can't show the numbers, but you can see the units ordered. But I will say it's in excess of $100,000 in sales. So you enjoy a really nice return on investment. For you two, this is not drudgery. For some folks, this might be. But you two enjoy it. It's time together. It's a date weekend, so to speak. So that's a pretty darn good part-time job for people to be able to take advantage of this. And it is uniquely through the book flipping profit system. Let's talk about beyond numbers. I think what's most important for people to understand is, you know, but what does it mean? What is it? What are some ultimate benefits that this side business has done for you and Kay, your wife? So we're looking at some really stunning photos. You have a beautiful family, Curt. So talk about the benefits of this part-time business you have.
Oh, sure. These are 3 of my 4 beautiful daughters. All have a son. And so, yeah, what it does is it helps pay for extra things that come up, like weddings. We had 3 weddings in 1 year. And so, yeah, the little extra cash there. But even beyond that, it's the freedom. In fact, the middle daughter there, married to the Marine, he's going to be having put in his 4 years. She is now pregnant. We're going to have another grandchild, big announcement there. And so Kay can do this business whenever she wants and however she wants. And she is planning on flying to Hawaii. And by the way, if you do your credit cards right, those tickets are free when you're doing the business. That's just kind of a side note. And so she's planning on flying to Hawaii to help my daughter when, you know, this child from Brian and Hannah here have their first baby, and just to be there with her. So it's the flexibility, it's the freedom too. And she works, you know, far less hours and calls her own shots and could go when she wants and where she wants, and make certainly more than a part-time job at, you know, say a local store or Walmart greeter or whatever. So just a lot of flexibility and freedom is part of the enjoyment also.
Oh, that flexibility and freedom is priceless. I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday, and I'm doing my work in my business. I thought, man, I love my job, meaning working for my company, because I have time freedom.
I thought it was because you worked with me.
That's second on the list. Little reminder, write in, add me in the comment section below if you want to be notified of future broadcasts, because they are fun and entertaining. We said you would get the unexpected, including dead birds here. Okay, so if you're intrigued about this, the book flipping profit system, there is nobody else online who has this program. If they do, then it would have been stolen. I'm just going to have to say that, because truly this is from Brian Cummings. He created this program. It is 100% proprietary. with his method, they've been dubbed Brian's books because he finds what other people don't find, other scouts, book scouts. So if you're interested in learning more about the book flipping profit system, just write in, I'm interested in the comment section below, and an EBS business advisor will follow up with you. So we have a lot of fun here. We're going to have another great Voice of E-commerce next Wednesday at 12 p.m. CT. We do these every single week. What we really love about what we do is it really does center a lot around the family. People have come to our event. We just had a 5-day event in Minnesota a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. And we have so many husband and wife teams. We have mother, father with daughter, mother, father with son. And it's for this main reason. It's because it works. And money has a way of attracting people into something so that they can work together as a team. So if you're looking for something, not only just for yourself, but that you'd like to have your family join you in on, this is definitely a program that can help you do that. So Curt, thank you so much for sharing your story of your book flipping results. And I'm really proud of you too. In closing, I forgot that little tip. What did you say about the airfare? Was it because of the credit card you used to purchase your books that you got points to buy your airfare?
Yeah, correct. Yep. If you use a credit card to work your business on and you get to air mile credits, then you can take advantage of that also.
Beautiful. Just yet one more. Plus you get all the tax write-offs, which Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad, Poor Dad says, the number one reason to have a home-based business is for tax write-offs alone, just for that reason alone. All righty. So thank you, Curt. And we will see you next week, folks. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.